Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in the Ultimate Base 3.0. Well, soon to be Ultimate. The previous episode was a little bit silly, I made a couple of mistakes and some of you are concerned about the series. What can I say? This is a Let's Play series, there are gonna be ups and downs, some contraptions are gonna be more genius than others, but my intention is to keep going with the series as often as possible. Of course, we're always gonna maintain the editing quality, but you know, sometimes I'm just gonna make mistakes. However, in the end, at like, I don't know, cycle 3000 or so is probably where we end up with the ultimate base. And of course, your suggestions are just as important in order to actually get there. So always keep your suggestions coming. I'm reading all the comments, even though I don't have the time to respond to each and every one of you. But if there is a suggestion I like, I usually implement it. For instance, keen observers of you noticed that the wrap bolts right here do not go into the center chamber, but they are being deflected right over. And that is an issue we could have fixed with a larger room, a larger contraption, and having these on the same level, but I think you gave me a suggestion on how we possibly could fix that. First thing I did is I changed the timer to only be active for half a second, every 10 seconds or so. This could also be lowered. The problem about the chamber is as soon as they reach a green signal, they're gonna keep on shooting the wrap bolts, and that could actually go severely wrong. So one suggestion you had was to drag a wire up here from the previous section. So this is the wire that is actually activating the center chamber here. And right now, of course, it is disabled. It is going to be enabled every time we enable the timer and also have an empty storage chamber on the right side. So, okay. The launchers send a green signal when the storage is full. They should send a red signal though, even though we have it inverted here because we have the signals combined, this is not working. Like right now, only one signal is actually green, the other one is still red. And as long as that is not red, then we're not gonna shoot the wrap bolts into the launchers. So you see, a couple of issues, I would say. So my suggestion is we want to send a red signal as long as one of the launchers is still empty or not full. And in order to do that, I think we can just add an AND gate. Let's maybe do it, let's do it in the center here. It's not going to be convenient either way, but we can do something like this. So we're not going to need that connection or that connection anymore. We go like so, and this can go, this wire. So now both signals have to send a green signal for this to also become green, and until then we can shoot the wrap bolts again, which should happen in just a second. Yeah, there we go. We just topped this machine up and then it went over. And wait. We still have 229 wrap bolts here. Right now, jeez. Yeah, I need duplicants building this rather quickly, or we might just waste a bunch of we just wasted a bunch of wrap bolts and killed a duplicant in the process. No, thankfully not. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna push up the red duration here so it doesn't get activated until we have this built. But you can see both interplanetary launchers are completely full, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we still need to build a little something here. So I'm gonna keep going with my insulation before we actually start to fill this up with water. So basically the idea behind this additional wire is that once the wrap bolts shoot, they can go through here because the reflector is disabled, but when we start shooting from the middle chamber, it should still be active in order to actually deflect before it becomes inactive again. But we'll have to observe that. As soon as we stored a bunch of wrap bolts here in the center chamber, I'm gonna do that. The automation is now in place because both chambers are full. This is now also functional. That means we're gonna put the timer back to 10 seconds or so, and we keep on shooting, see how that functions. In the meantime, we can also set the interplanetary launcher to go to crew deal, this first one, and the minimum launch mass is gonna be 200 kilograms. I think that is fine. Now, did we already get a reset on that? We wanted 400 kilograms. It's a little bit of a pity that this is so limited, like 400 kilograms is not much. But yeah, essentially everything here is hooked up, that is fine. These guys here should also not freeze over, hopefully, even though, wow, this is minus 56, that's kind of crazy. Well, all I know is that we want to keep these pipes insulated, so I'm actually gonna do that. And we're gonna take care of this part here later in terms of filling it up with sandstone. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave a little opening here in order to do just that. And then I guess we just ladder our way up here in order to be able to reach everything and close the room. The interplanetary launcher is ready to go. Let me check back on crew deal once again. We are sending a green signal here, and we do need to fill up the liquid reservoir. So in the beginning, we might have to send over a bit more, or we just use the water we have from here. But yeah, I think at this point we can go ahead, connect the pipe. Since we'll have a lot of water moving, the freezing over part shouldn't be that dramatic. And there is my precious water going up. Yes. And into the launcher, of course. We are filling this bad boy up and... Wait. Amount 0. Oh man, okay, I did not realize that, but now your comments actually make sense. So as long as this receives a green signal, it keeps on getting reset. I thought it just needed like one green signal and then the next green signal would reset it. But if the signal is constant, the machine is just gonna keep going. In this case, what we should do is make the signal that requests the water a pulse signal, maybe. What we possibly could do is add an AND gate here together with a filter gate. Let's actually have that right here. And then we're also gonna need a NOT gate, I think. Oh, let me think about that. If we have wire running into the AND gate, from the AND gate to the filter gate, from the filter gate to the NOT gate, and from the NOT gate back to the AND gate, then we might be able to set up some kind of a pulse. However, of course, the signal should be coming from the storage here, the liquid storage, and not the broadcaster. Yeah, we should rotate this so the broadcaster gets activated instead of the liquid reservoir. In the meantime, we keep on sending water. Actually, a lot of water has already passed through here, and we just keep going. So this is good. So far, we can kind of keep things up. Obviously, there's not a lot of storage left right now, but look at that. We actually now have wrap bolts in the center storage. The question is just, is the timer set long enough so that it can shoot it out as well? So if we just reduce this to, let's say, 25, or can I go down to 10? Yeah, let's try with 10 just to see how it actually reacts. So if we do that, oh my gosh, it works. Oh, you guys are so beautiful. You are such geniuses. I mean, if you didn't realize, the timer now has the perfect timing because it allows for a wrap bolt to be shot out, go over and down while this guy here is being deactivated. But the timer is also long enough so this wrap bolt chamber can shoot and this guy will still be active so the wrap bolts can go over. So I made a huge mistake and all it required was one single wire to fix it. Crazy. You know, I think we can make this easier seeing that the timer actually worked incredibly well. Can we have, yes, another timer sensor. I'm gonna put that right there. We're gonna hook up the broadcaster to the first input of the AND gate and the timer sensor to the second input, and then... No, not the broadcaster. Why am I doing this? It needs to be hooked up to the reservoir. So the reservoir, yeah, that makes sense. The reservoir will give the first input, the timer will give the second input, and then the output is gonna go into the broadcaster. Oh, there we go. I think water is arriving at this point, right? Come on, open it up, open it up. Yes. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. This is so beautiful. Oh, wait, what's happening here? Why is this already bypassing? That doesn't make sense, does it? Ah, no, of course, it makes sense. It goes in and then out of the liquid reservoir. I was so confused there. Okay, I can live with that. We need to send a lot of liquid over anyways at this point. Wow, this is actually really nice. So far, this seems to be working out great. I'm gonna reset this to 50 wrap bolts so it doesn't shoot quite as often. Did I set this to 49? Why? Let's go back to 50. Yeah, I mean, there's still a potential waste, of course, because you just cannot shoot the right amount of wrap bolts all the time. It just depends on what you're using it for. But like this, I think we're gonna be golden. We just have to ensure that the automation here is also working. The green duration we're gonna keep as a pulse, and then the red duration should be fairly long, at least the amount of time it takes to fill up the system, shoot the interplanetary loads and make them land in here going into the liquid reservoir. What is the maximum duration? 600 seconds. That would be an entire cycle, right? Let's try 300 seconds and we'll just have to see whether or not that is enough. But essentially now what we'll be seeing is the AND gate always being turned off. unless we have the input from the liquid reservoir as well as the timer sensor. And so now we are sending a red signal, meaning the liquid meter valve can do its thing on the other planetoid, and then every time we don't get the water quickly enough, the signal is going to be resent. We already sent over 800 kilograms of water in total, not too shabby. The timer is almost going to reactivate, so that's when I want to see this signal reach the meter valve. Okay, we're almost there. By the way, I see that we don't have the right temperatures. That's something we'll have to solve again. But first, I would like to see this valve reset. And there it is. Okay, this is great. And look at that. We are almost always full here with the interplanetary launchers. We can keep this up quite a bit. Of course, it's going to be even better if we don't have to send 5,000 kilograms of liquid water at a time. It's going to be much easier to manage. Cool, with the interplanetary delivery system sorted out for the time being, I believe it's time to go visit the third planetoid. Now, in order to do that, I decided the gas cargo canister isn't really what we needed. It was fun while it lasted. I'm gonna be a little bit wasteful, though I'm not even sure. If we remove this module, maybe we get away with it being bottled up or something. At this point, by the way, we are still delivering slime to the second planetoid, I believe. How much do we have left even? 7.5 tons, so it's soon going to be over. And, well, we were not fortunate enough for it to be bottled up, but that's fine. We just vented 2,000 kilograms of oxygen into space. Wow, that actually looked fairly intriguing, I have to say. Where did the steam go, though? Additionally, the battery module is probably not necessary, but I was thinking, why not also send a rover over? Now that we have some space, we could just add a rover module. And I think that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So now we have 2 trailblazers and a rover module. And that is a much better use than a gas canister. There it is. We're just awaiting 500 kilograms of copper ore. And other than that, we are pretty much ready to go. At this point, we're still eagerly sending water over. Oh man, I'm so happy with the system now. If I didn't do this series on YouTube, there would be so many things that I missed. I'm really appreciative of all your tips. Anyways, let's freaking do this. I want to fill up my refrigerator, that is for sure. So we're gonna store our crystal berries in there. And you know, once we know what we can actually find over here, I think it's time to take care of the main base a little bit. I would like to see a proper living module with the intention to take the starter base apart. And we're also gonna need a better food situation. So probably what I'm gonna end up with is some type of a farm here for my food with sleet wheat and all that stuff that we need. And then we can potentially add our living module right here, or we just do it the other way around. The living module goes here and then the farm stuff there. We just need to be careful right here on the top. I probably don't want to have my rocket program once we use the rockets that come with really hot exhausts. But yeah, looks like the refrigerator is filled up with... it's not really acceptable. Everything that is close to becoming stale, I don't want on this ship. Yeah, I think the problem was we had a lot of stale food right now, so the situation isn't the best, which is even more reason to finally improve the system, make an infinite storage that doesn't allow for spoilage. Anyways, I still think we're freaking ready to do this. Gossman and Turner are still our pilots. We want to change the destination to go into orbit here. Let's see. Wow, we can move 10 tasks. This is like an over-engineered rocket. Yeah, the trading route here with a carbon dioxide rocket would be easily possible. Let's just make our way here into orbit so we can first observe it. Quick check here, it's just the pilots that are missing. Yes, wonderful. We can begin the launch sequence as soon as my pilots are on board, hopefully. Gossman is still slow, I just don't believe it. Man, don't take a dupe with reduced athletics. Unreachable food and toilet, because of course he had to go into his break time right away. So what if we go ahead and don't set this to grounded anymore? Then Gossman at least can do his stuff, right? Unequip the suit. Oh no, I'm detecting the wrong gas with this guy here. This should be set to carbon dioxide. Turner also unequip suit and... Dude, you're still on the planetoid. You cannot vent it out in space. Ah, of course. Okay, they are already flying. Never mind in this case. How long? 1.3 cycles. And look at that. We're still eagerly sending over materials. Yes. This is now really fun. We're delivering tons of slime and water. Look at that. The liquid reservoir is almost full already. And I bet you we still have lots of rat bolts going on here. Like we're almost ready to shoot the next thing. This is still storing... freaking safe. I need to lower the frequency of the saves. I mean, just imagine, I've seen the saving process now over 1,000 times. Anyways, we have some 8 rat bolts here and 48 in this chamber. Of course, if we need to send stuff like on a minute basis, then this is not going to be the solution. We cannot send enough stuff, but for the most important parts to make the base functional, this is going to be just fine. In the meantime, Turner and Gossman seem to be a little bit bored, and we are also pumping out the carbon dioxide now. I still wonder... of course, the chlorine came in with the hand sanitizer. Also, we already went through a third of our oxygen reserves. This is kind of crazy, so maybe that's why the gas canister would be worth it. Just look at them. This is how 2 happy dupes look like. Good times, good times. Okay, so unfortunately, we seriously have to do something about the situation here. We almost have no more food left, and that is because of the growth. So I need to reinstall my space heater. Also, I received a lot of comments why I want to keep Liam alone on this planetoid, and I can easily explain that to you. I'm thinking that every planetoid that is somewhat livable or can be made livable, I want a single duplicant on there. And I'm thinking long term. I do not really need to hurry up with the oil biome, for instance, or to finish that planetoid. Also, managing multiple duplicants is always gonna come with more resources required. I mean, an additional duplicant to Liam is gonna require the same amount of resources. That means we would be using up double the amount of food, double the amount of oxygen. And then in the end, when everything is done, Liam will have nothing to do anyways. It's like on the main planetoid right now, since I'm not launching another project and everything is more or less automated, they have a lot of downtime. And that is with 7 duplicants on the main planetoid. Of course, what we could think about is focus on a planetoid, have 3 duplicants taking care of everything, and then sending them back to another planetoid. But since I want this Let's Play to be a long-term one anyways, and my goal is to approximately have the ultimate base at cycle 3000, so that is probably, hopefully, gonna be the case. Anyways, let's set up our space heater one more time. We also do the automation with a thermosensor and a cable right there. Okay, also hook this up to power, and then we should be good on the food situation once again, hopefully. Actually, we need more farm tiles. So maybe just to bypass that, I'm gonna add 2 additional farm tiles here on the outside. Though it is already too cold here. There it is, rocket is gonna arrive in just a second. Wonderful, rocket in orbit. Why is this a red alert? No rocket platform present. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. Wait, I wanna oversee the planetoid. Okay. Looks like we got ourselves a metal-rich candidate here. Also, we have the stranded spaceship here with a lot of radiation, so we can potentially use that to send over the materials. Looks like it's going to be a very small planetoid. Let's see, I need a little bit of space here on the top. Okay, that's going to be enough space. That means we can land maybe here, then set up the rocket platform, land the rocket and get back in. The problem is going to be to actually build a ladder, right? To be able to go up to the rocket. Though I just see we have some igneous rock here, aluminium ore. This is gonna be great. Yeah, we should theoretically find a couple of materials to do that. So I think what I'm gonna do first is send down the rover so we can do some exploration. Yeah, deploy that and... are we gonna choose the right or left side? I see a little bit of oxygen and water here, so maybe let's choose the right side. I'm gonna land the rover somewhere it's not in the way, hopefully. Oh, actually we need enough space to... plot this. Okay, did it work? Rover, calm down! There it is. Look at that. Jumping out. Wonderful. Now we can start building a little bit. So we do have oxygen and water, and the temperatures are also agreeable. There's an arbitrary and finally a pip. That's good. Yeah, there are some more pips. Seeing that we have a vacuum here, I believe what I want to do is dig my way down here, first of all. So let's see if we manage to get a staircase pattern going. And then the rover can kind of do its thing. Also, rocket platform. Can I already... No, I cannot really place it already. I think the rocket platform is going to be 7 in width. And then we just want to go up. Right, we need to wait for materials. Maybe we can check back home just how much I need in terms of ladders. So if the platform is here, then that's going to be... hold the phone. Maybe up to here. So let's say around 20 or so ladders should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think that's not the worst of ideas. How are you guys doing? We still have tons of algae. What is our oxygen doing? Has been used up, so we're now using the diffuser to produce it. And we can still last for a while in terms of food. Okay, so let's just take our sweet time to prepare everything with the rover. The rover has started to build. I think I'm gonna take apart some more igneous rock pieces, so we'll have an easy time to build that ladder. And then potentially my rocket platform is gonna go here on the right side. If we can make this look a little bit nicer, why not? Good, looks like the rover already took care of the surface. Of course, the initial platform we're gonna have here, so we can actually land the rocket, but then eventually, once I send over another duplicate to take care of this planetoid, we're gonna rearrange it. Okay, I think we're ready to get this going. Are you guys ready too? We want Gossman on this Trailblazer module and then Turner on the other one. Let's deploy the first one. I almost deployed it here on the left side. So we want enough space. Let's set them up here. Turner, you're gonna go... could I do them on the very same spot? I wonder. I'm just gonna put them a bit further over. I don't want any accidents to happen. There is the first one. I forgot to re-equip the suit. Oh, no. This is really bad. Oh man, how are we gonna do this? So Turner, you should take that suit. Oh my gosh, I killed Gossman. Let me try something. Maybe you just have to share a suit. So yeah, the question is answered. You cannot deploy two rovers at the same time. Now Gossman, maybe start to deconstruct this and then... No, he's totally gonna die. Where's my second rover? Turner, why aren't you coming down with the Trailblazer module? Anyways, we need to act. Gossman, you're gonna open up this part as quickly as possible. Ah, okay, there we go. Turner also has arrived. We're gonna deconstruct this lander here as well. In the meantime, Gossman, take a breather. Okay, he does, and module is here. That means we now have enough materials to build the rocket platform right there. Yeah, that should be fine. Do we need more ladders here, maybe? Okay. The platform is being built. What? That was kind of silly forgetting the Atmos suit. And there it is. Wonderful. Now we should be able to land this rocket. So we go right here and it should immediately land, actually. Let's see that happen. Come on. Unreachable food. Yes, I know, guys, but there, it's reachable again. Scalding. I'm gonna tell Gossman and Turner once again to go back into the rocket, and then we should have enough fuel to get back. Yeah, we still have 105 kilograms of steam. We only used a third or so to get here. And they are back inside the module. This is good. I can tell Turner to unequip the suit again and they can be happy again. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I was really worried there for a moment. So we're gonna change the destination again. They can go back home, is my suggestion. The landers aren't ready, but we don't really need them, so that's good. We acknowledge the warnings and begin the launch sequence. So this guy can go again, and then we have the rover to still do some work, right? Look at that. We actually managed to get this back into a liquid lock. How fortunate. Rocket. Yeah, there it goes. Wonderful. See ya, guys. Thank you so much. And now, seeing that these are all soft materials, I believe what we could do is send a whole bunch of rovers over, a small rover army, in order to prepare this planetoid. But I think I'm simply gonna start out by digging out a whole bunch of materials with the rover. Just keep it busy for a little while, already preparing lots and lots of building materials. And there we go. Gossman and Turner are flying home. In the meantime, on Crew Deal, we have almost reached the threshold here of the liquid reservoir. As a matter of fact, we might have reached it. No, it's still sending a green signal out. Wonderful. I have to say, this was a good episode. Got that delivery system sorted out, and now we're finally colonizing the third planetoid. Well then, I would say with that out of the way, we're gonna wrap it up for today. We're gonna see us the next time colonizing the third planetoid with rovers. And then I believe we're gonna start another project here on the main planetoid. I finally want to move this system. I'm holding back with a whole bunch of crazy contraptions just because I don't want to implement them in the starter base. But if we finally started to make the finalized version of the base, then that would be a different topic entirely. So with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see ya in the next one. Bye bye.